This video is brought to you by Saraswati Vidyalaya Union. And hi, this is Prapti. Today we are going to study about the chapter 13 of 11th standard. From that we are going to see concept, that is respiratory quotient. This respiratory quotient which is totally depends on the respiratory substrate. Now let's see in detail.
Hello student, today we are going to study about the respiratory quotient. In the examination, 1 mark answer question can be asked you on this form. So now let's study what is the respiratory quotient. See, the definition I have written already on the board. The definition is what? The ratio of the volume of CO2 release to the volume of oxygen is consumed. During respiration, it is called as the respiratory quotient. Now see that how will be in the ratio form. So here see, volume of CO2 released to the volume of oxygen consumed. Okay, now for example here I will tell you by writing the equation. Now here C6H12O6 plus 6O2 which form 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus here 38 ATPs. Okay, if you observe this equation, so in this equation here 6 carbon dioxide, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide releases and 6 molecules of oxygen which is consumed. So ratio of these, it is known as the respiratory quotient. But this respiratory quotient is totally depends on the respiratory substrate. Which type of respiratory substrate it is using in the reaction, on that this process, this ratio is totally depends. Now for example here, whenever that respiratory substrate, it is as a carbohydrate. Okay, so that time what will be the respiratory quotient? Now we will see in detail. Now here I will show you first reaction. Here C6H12O6 plus 6O2 which forms 6CO2 plus 6H2O and plus here energy. Now we will calculate. This is the equation. On the basis of this equation, if you calculate this, that is volume of CO2 release and volume of oxygen consumed. So that time, let's see about this RQ. How much is the volume of carbon dioxide release? So that is 6 CO2, means 6 molecules of carbon dioxide. And then how much oxygen is consumed? That is 6 molecules of oxygen. Means what is the ratio here? 1:1. So that means the RQ is how much? That RQ is the 1. Whenever that respiratory substrate is carbohydrate, so that time, see that this is the carbohydrate. Okay, that time that respiratory quotient is always 1. Okay, but whenever this respiratory substrate is a fats. So what will be the equation? See that all these equations are not given in your textbook. The Maharashtra State Board book it is not given. For understanding purpose I have given, it is on the board. Now here, what is the equation? See, here I will write it down. C51H, that is 58O6. Suppose this is the fats. So then, how much is the oxygen? So that is 145 molecules of oxygen. Okay, so it releases how much carbon dioxide? It releases 102 carbon dioxide and plus here it releases the 98 molecules of H2O and then here energy. Okay, so this is the equation for the what is the equation? Now we'll see first about the equation. I'll write down the equation here. So here C6H12O6 which gives 2C2H5OH. Okay, and then 6CO2 plus here there is energy. Okay, so this is the equation. On the basis of equation, you will understand here oxygen is not present because in the anaerobic respiration, the molecular oxygen is absent. Okay, so then here if you observe, so that respiratory quotient in this anaerobic respiration, now here 6CO2 because this much carbon dioxide is releases, but here nothing is there, so here 0. Okay, we'll consider it as a 0. So here in this anaerobic respiration, the respiratory quotient it is always infinity. Okay, so remember this one. Whenever the respiratory substrate is as a carbohydrate, so that time that RQ is 1. Whenever the respiratory substrate it is fat, so that time that RQ, that is respiratory quotient, is 0.7. That means less than 1. Okay. Then in the anaerobic respiration, whenever that respiratory substrate is carbohydrate only, but whenever there is absence of oxygen, so that time that RQ will be the infinite RQ. Okay. So this is about the respiratory quotient.
Thanks for watching this video. Please like, comment and share, and please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Prapti Vanzare. Thank you.